then you need a great set of knives, and these are made to be very user-friendly. Chef Jeremy Parker is here.
Hi, David.
He's also known as the knife dude, at least to me.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah.
And we are very, very excited to have these because while there is a point, there is blunt-nosed.
Blunt-nosed, that's right.
So you're not going to cut yourself with these.
That's right. I like to say there is a tip, but there is no point to this knife. This is a brand new design, Swiss design by our friends from Kuhn Rikon, who we know and love. Japanese steel knives. It's a set of 4. They have a secure grip so your hands don't slip on them, whether you hold it here or whether you hold it here. But David, the best part is that even though you can use this like a regular knife, if you accidentally slip, you're not going to stab yourself. That's why there's no point there. It is a brilliant design. I have a scar on my hand, right? I don't know if you can see it, right there. But I stabbed myself trimming meat. I just went through and that takes that away from it.
Sometimes if you're skinning salmon, it can be a little dicey when you are working with a knife that has a point to it. Now, this is available for you with sheaths, and there are 4 knives in this pack-up. Let's go through the knives, and then I'll go through colors.
Okay, yeah. So just real quick, this is your chef's knife, your basic workhorse of a knife here. It does come with a sheath, so you can store this in your drawer. Just remember, keep the Kuhn Rikon on this side. That way you know what side the sheath goes on. Okay. This is a beautiful bread knife, spreading knife, your bagel knife. You spread.
It's not like a good mayonnaise knife.
Oh, it is such a good mayo. And you know what I love it for too? For butter, because it has a flat tip, you can go straight down and spread butter with it like that. I'll get to that in a second.
Maybe on your bagels.
On your bagels too. Okay, this here is my second favorite knife in the set. I use this all the time. This is your utility knife here. That's just a great fruit knife. Really nice for easy slicing. Again, doesn't have that stabby tip on it. And then last but not least, a serrated paring knife. So this is one that if you're gonna do smaller tomatoes and you want a good serrated, again, see how you just easily go through that. Or maybe for lemons and limes. And I love this too because if there's any seeds, you could use that tip just to pop it out. And check this out. You can actually take this and squeeze it over the back of the blade and see how it all just...
I'm so glad you did that.
That little trick right there, you can go right over the top of your fish.
That is something that we don't do enough of, and you can if you have a wider blade like these knives. Now, we have color choices, and Chef, we're going to shoot, I think, over top you.
Oh, go ahead.
So I think you should be fine. We have these in sage. That's most limited with 700 remaining. Then we have it for you in blue. Then gray, and finally I have it for you in foodie red. Really, really important. And all these knives, while they can be any knife can be hand washed, these are designed to go in the dishwasher as well, yes?
You know, I always say hand wash your knives, but the way that Kuhn Rikon made these, they are dishwasher safe.
If you're nervous about that, just hand wash them and you'll be fine.
Yes,
Not to worry, you can also hand wash them, but Kuhn Rikon says that you can put these in the dishwasher.
In the dishwasher. Now, this is a great bread knife. If you make your own sourdough bread, cake knives here to make a cake, you could use this to scoop up a piece of cake.
It doesn't rip or tear.
It doesn't rip or tear. This has a scalloped edge, so it's a bread knife, but it's not like a saw. That's why I don't have any breadcrumbs where I cut the bread.
And if, Chef Jeremy, we're going to spread some butter on this ciabatta bread.
Okay, yeah. So you want to go long ways if you're making a sandwich. Now I could spread your mayo, your mustard, but I love this. I brought this from home, by the way. This is my own butter dish.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and you can go straight down. And I know this sounds silly, maybe, but when you do like bread, white bread, things like that, and see this butter I have, it's hard butter, but see how I can kind of spread that over the top? I use that side of the knife. It's harder if you're trying to go long ways. I go like this, and it just makes that easier to get that butter. Now this is cold butter. I did that on purpose because we know that cold butter tears bread. It just makes it easier to do that. And now put some garlic on there, and you have garlic bread.
Garlic bread. Oh, my word. Maybe some garlic salt on it.
Yeah, I'll put a little garlic salt on top of that. Okay,
yum.
Here, I absolutely love this knife here. And let me just show you, I want to show you something really cool about this. Because I use this for trimming fat. Like, I buy a big piece of a steak or a big, what am I saying, a big, here, and I can take
tomato?
Well, here's a tomato, yeah. Here's what I like. See how that's slightly flexible? Now, this knife is so easy to use that you can take the fillet of a fillet. And David, I can only do this with a very specific knife. So if you're trimming steak, fat, pork, look at this.
Okay, let's pick that up.
Pick that up and pick this piece up.
At that. Well, the one you have there is even thinner.
That is the precision of this knife. And the best part is if you ever slip, you won't cut yourself here. Now, you can cut yourself if you go this way, but the tip won't poke you. That's how most people cut themselves, David.
Well, and Chef Jeremy should know because he's been demonstrating knives since he was a teenager.
A long time, yeah, a long time.
I mean, and he's younger than I am, so
yeah.
understand that.
Long time. Oh.
But it is important to know he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah. And
so if you're looking for a great set of knives, because remember how effortless it was to use knives when they were sharp?
yeah.
And when now can these be sharpened?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is Japanese steel. What that means is that they will sharpen back to the original sharpness with the regular knife, with a regular knife sharpener. Now, what I did there, I don't know if you saw this, but let me just take this stem out of here, is I used the back of the knife. Again, because there's no tip, David, you'll use this, mangoes, avocados, you won't cut through it.
Avocados are so good.
I love this. And then I could just kind of open this up there, and there's all my little avocado pieces. They come right out. I love that.
Maybe you're making guac burgers. Have you ever had a guac burger? Not a cheeseburger.
A guac burger.
A guac burger.
Yeah, buddy.
When it comes off the Blackstone griddle, hot, you hit it with some guacamole on top. Oh, and then you clap a lid on it, and then you have a good time sandwich.
I love it.
All right, we have colors, as you might imagine, because we usually do in these stories. And we're going to talk that 700 sets are now gone. We have this in sage, fewer than 500. This is blue, fewer than 1,300. Here's the gray, fewer than 1,000, and the red, and fewer than 1,800. We brought in more red than we did the other colors, so we understand that. As we are looking to add lots of great knives to your collection. You're wanting knives that are more user-friendly, and these are.
And they are. And remember, you're still going to get all the quality of that chef's knife for rocking, for slicing, for mincing and dicing. It just is a safer knife here. You won't poke yourself like that. And again, of course, you get the protective sheath to go with it. Highly recommended, 4 most used knives that you'll have in the kitchen.
Well, you're not going to be around for the next presentation, but we're going to use your knives in it.
Yeah.
All right.
Something else that's great
Mark
to go
Charles
with this.
Masilli is here for a short presentation, so we're going to get right to it. These are knife guides.
Yes.
Small, medium, and large.
So when you're not